Hello everyone, my name is Jenna and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be practicing outside. The garden's not quite ready yet for me to start practicing in there, but I can sneak on the outskirts and get outside a little bit. I am going to be practicing in my sneakers. I don't want any judgment here. My physical therapist instructed that I practice even if I'm not doing standing postures, that I keep my sneakers on to keep my pelvis in place because I have special orthotics in there. So no judgment on that case. I got to practice in my sneakers. But we're going to begin our practice today at the back of the mat. So go ahead and come into your child's pose. Now you can keep your knees together and sink your hips back, or you can separate your knees, bring your big toes together and sink your hips back and bow all the way forward. See if you can rest your forehead on your mat. Just begin to find that connection to your breath. Take 3 breaths together. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Exhale from your mouth. Inhale. And exhale. Last one together, deep inhale. And exhale. And we'll just hold here. On your inhale, shift your weight forward, come up onto your forearms. You're going to line up your knees hip width distance apart. Knees are in line with your hips. Come into your mini tabletop. And just be mindful if you're arching your spine, go ahead and tuck your tailbone. And if your shoulders are scrunched up by your ears, go ahead and tuck them back and down. Your navel is going to come into your spine. You always have the option to tuck your toes. If you don't really feel like your feet are super engaged, you can always just tuck your toes. Go ahead and press up. Reach your arms very far towards the top of your mat and then bow down into your melting heart. Again, be mindful if you're popping your booty out, go ahead and tuck it. And if you're scrunching your shoulders, tuck them back and down. We're trying to work into your chest and your shoulders today. Just a few more breaths here. Go ahead and lift up. Walk your hands underneath your shoulders, come into your tabletop. And we're going to play with the flexion and extension of the shoulders. So as you exhale, I want you to lower and bring your shoulder blades together. Again, you're keeping your belly engaged still. So lower your shoulder blades close together. And then as you inhale, I want you to separate. Almost like you're kind of arching your upper back. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, separate. And just do this to your own pace. You're always just looking for sensation. So if anything goes beyond sensation, just take a couple steps back. Don't go that far. do 2 more rounds. All right, go ahead and shake it out however you need to and come back into your neutral spine. Now we're going to do our cat and cow. So on your inhale, you're going to arch your spine, lift your gaze. Exhale, tuck your tailbone, bring your gaze between your legs. And again, just go into your own breath, your own pace. Come back to your neutral spine. Lift your right arm up towards the sky, and then you're going to thread it through, lower down onto your right shoulder. If it's uncomfortable having your left arm here, you can always tuck it behind or lift it up. Bring it to your side. If you lifted your left arm out of place, go ahead and place it back on your mat. And then press up onto all fours. Go ahead and line up your hands underneath your shoulders again. And then lift your left arm. On your exhale, you'll thread it through, lower all the way down to your shoulder. Again, if you moved your right arm, go ahead and put it back on your mat and press back up onto all fours. Shift your weight all the way forward, come down onto your belly. Press up onto your forearms, come into your Sphinx. Again, bring awareness to your shoulders if you're hunching them forward or up. Tuck them back and down. Just going to hold here to try to open into that first rib in your collarbone. On your inhale, press into your mat, straighten your arms, come into your seal. Exhale, lower down into your Sphinx. Inhale, press into your seal. Lower back down. One last round. Inhale and hold. Exhale, lower down. Bring your arms parallel to your mat. You're going to stack one hand on top of the other. Rest your forehead on your hands. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Press all the way back into your hero's pose. Now you have the option here to sit back on your heels, or you can keep your knees together, separate your feet, sit between your feet. Whichever one works for you. Once you find your comfortable seat, we're just going to begin to roll your shoulders back. So do big exaggerated circles. Get out all the crunchies and stiffness that might still be held there. We hold a lot of stress and trauma and tension in our shoulders. It's really important to try to, every now and then, get into those nooks and crannies. And then roll them forward. Come to stillness. Place your left hand down on your mat. Right arm is going to come up and over. Come back to center. And then place your right hand down. Left arm is going to come up and over. And then come back to center. Create your cactus arms. And we're just going to hold here for just a few breaths. Go ahead and open your arms all the way. We're going to do some seated cat-cow, but we're going to play with our arms. So you're going to arch your spine. You're going to open your chest. And then as you exhale, you're going to tuck your tailbone, bring your palms together. So inhale, you'll open and arch. Exhale, you'll tuck and bring your palms together. Just do a few rounds together. One more. And then come back to center. Swing your legs out in front of you. Lower all the way down to your back. You're going to bring both of your bottoms of your feet together. Knees are going to go wide. And find your reclined butterfly or your Supta Baddha Konasana. Place one hand on your belly, one on your heart to give yourself the physical touch, the natural assurance of security and self-love that we often forget to remind ourselves of. Go ahead and bring your arms to your sides, palms face the sky, and extend your legs the length of your legs. I invite you to take up space, allowing one heel to hit one corner, the other heel to hit the other corner. And return to your natural breath. Come into your Shavasana. I invite you to stay in this pose for as long as you possibly can. If you'd like, you may pause the video. And for the sake of our practice together, bring awareness back into your body. Just begin to slowly wiggle your fingers and your toes, rock your head from side to side. Bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a nice big hug for continuing to show up for yourself today. And then lower down to one side for your sleepy baby. With whichever hand lands on top, press up into a seated position. And once you find your comfortable seat, I invite you to close your eyes. Allow your palms to just lay on your lap. Have your palms face the sky. And lift your right hand up so your palm is facing away from you. In a way of giving and receiving energy. Giving with the right hand and receiving with the left. We'll end our practice with the sound of breath. Take a deep inhale through your nose. And exhale. Bring your hands to heart center. And bow your head. Thank you so much for practicing with me again today. I appreciate you coming along with me on this little journey through physical therapy. A lot of these motions are ones that I have to do while I'm in my sessions, and I figured they might be a little bit helpful for you if you're feeling a little tense up there. So take these with you, do what you like with them. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe.